and welcome back to the Scrapbook Podcast, Season 2. Make our movie. Same approach, different execution. Please enjoy the show. And welcome back to the Scrapbook Podcast. I am your host, Jody Pratt, with my fellow host, P. Weezy.
Easy.
This is the setup show I am going to pick. We got sci-fi.
Yes.
I'll pick two out. 1990s.
1990s, okay.
And then we got high school.
Stranger Things.
Oh man! First of all, we're going to take this. Not the placement is not going to be, but we're going to take this to Korea. Where whatever we make of this, not that it's going to, say the path of it, but we're going to sell this in Korea. I guarantee it.
Oh, this story?
Yes.
Okay, so like the people can be American?
People can be American. People can be whatever the fuck.
All right, it doesn't even tell you where, right? It says
high school.
High school.
1990s sci-fi.
Oh, so we can just what if we don't put any nationality on until the end?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
We're gonna sell this bitch.
Sci-fi.
What haven't we done? We've done the fungus. We've done Bigfoot. We've done aliens.
Yeah, because that was for the people, right?
Yeah. And also the Justice movie.
We haven't done Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like people coming from a different planet to take over Earth.
Oh yeah, we haven't. Cocoon type shit.
Yeah, Cocoon type shit. And you could base it off the fact that in high school, everything is heightened, and everything either hurts or feels better. So sex feels better for the first time. Fear is very real because you're like, that nigga is a senior football player, and I am a sophomore. And he's just so much bigger than me.
So should we get started with a Breakfast Club type of group?
What about Saturday School?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And there's like a decent amount of kids, not just a.
Because that's what breakfast. That's what that is, right?
Yeah,
They're all at Saturday School.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like only these niggas. This is like a class of 500 people at this school, but okay.
So maybe it's like 18 kids or something.
Yeah.
18.
I like 18 to 13 kids.
Okay, so let's go at 15.
Okay, 15. Bet.
15 kids, all in Saturday School.
All seniors, a big mix.
Mm-hmm. A big mix and a lot of football players, right? A lot of people that are like a lot of
idiots.
Yeah, a lot of idiots that hit hard.
Yeah. Okay, bet. So let's just have a solid 7 characters and the rest are miscellaneous.
What if we had like 4 that kind of govern the rest of them? Okay. So it's like cliques almost.
Okay.
Because you had cliques in high school, so you got like the goth clique. You got.
And it is the 90s, so we can overplay it because they did a lot of that bullshit.
We could have, like the football players are all sitting next to each other.
Okay, so leader of all the athletes.
Josh.
Yeah. Josh Trebek.
You know he died?
Yeah, Trebek died. Yeah, rest in peace.
All right. Should we have a goth crew?
Yeah, goth crew.
A goth crew. Should it be a chick?
Lisette. Yeah.
Lisette. Lisette. What is she?
Let's say she's a mixed girl. So she's Mexican and Asian. So is her last name. S-A-O.
What's that? So, goth lead. One of these girls is going to be named Christina.
Yeah.
In the goth crew.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Got to.
Nerds.
Why would the nerds be in why would there be a group of nerds in there, though?
They got caught doing people's homework.
Ah, nice.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Let's call him Ned.
Flanders.
I would put Sutherland, but it's just too long of a name, and we only got so much space on the board. Ned
Wallace, which is just as long.
With a name like Ned, I don't have to put anything where I'm going to. All right, and then last one would be Burnouts.
Yeah, the Burnouts.
The Burnouts.
Okay, let's say the difference between a goth and a burnout are literally the colors.
Yeah, no makeup.
Yeah,
I
no
don't wear makeup. I just don't wash as well. And, I'm smoking before I go to class.
Or the
every time.
preppies.
What kind of school is this? We could do.
Because there's a Molly Ringwald type of group everywhere.
That's a chick from
Breakfast Club.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even see that movie. I'm not.
Or 16 Candles. Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, her.
That's a
Molly Ringwald.
no. Pretty in Pink is fucking.
Pretty in Pink was Molly Ringwald, not who you think. Not Breakfast at Tiffany's.
No, I'm thinking about Pretty in Pink is a girl who's a hooer, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I know Molly.
It's the chick with the big mouth that played in Runaway Bride. I can't remember her fucking name, but it's my mom will be so mad because I watched the movie with her so many times. Fucking Pretty in Pink is America's sweetheart from the fucking 90s. Erin Brockovich. God, I know all her movies. Fucking. It's upsetting. Could you move any slower?
So I want to say that I'm right, and your mom should. Shame on you, son.
What is it?
Molly Ringwald, bud. Pretty in Pink.
Oh fuck! What am I thinking about?
You're thinking about Julia Roberts.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's not her.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck Pretty in Pink is. Then what is the one for her in it where she's a hoe?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
That is not that one. That's an old ass movie.
Bet. Please bet me, please.
I'll bet you $5 right now.
All right, bet.
Breakfast at Tiffany's is not that movie.
Okay, you might be right.
You owe me 5 then, bro.
All right, hold on. No, wait a minute.
I guarantee you, the one where the nigga who put the rat in his ass closes the box on her and she goes, ha ha ha. No, that's definitely not Breakfast at Tiffany. Breakfast at Tiffany is like an old movie with
Oh fuck! Yeah, you're right, dude.
Your mom would be like, "Shame on you," right?
Yeah, you're right. She would have been like, these motherfucking movies, boy.
Breakfast at Tiffany's is like an old ass movie.
Yeah, it's with Audrey
something
Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn, yeah.
Audrey Hepburn.
She had a super long neck.
Yeah,
back then long necks were like elegant.
And long legs. They were like, that's sexy to y'all? You're like, she can walk for miles. He's like, would you want that in a mate? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, prehistorically, yeah, you need that bitch to move. You need her to get from point A to point B. All right, so preppies. Prep leader. How do you feel about Chad?
Yeah.
Chad Stevens. Father owns a string of retail stores.
Yeah, my dad owns a used car.
He's looking to buy another one. That's how good we are. And he's like, calm down. It's a used car dealership.
Yeah, you said we, though. Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay, sci-fi. So what's the sci-fi? What about if they're in a
Pretty Woman?
There you go. See, pretty was a word that made me think Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
Pretty Woman. Okay, yeah. What if they're in high school when aliens come to Earth and they have to hear it over the radio because that's the only thing they're allowed to play?
Oh, like War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it disseminates almost like Lord of the Flies type shit where we have to maintain this place because they're saying they're blowing up cities.
Oh, yeah. And what would stop... let's say they're not in ships. They're on foot, the aliens.
Yeah.
Because nothing would stop
a ship. But what it is
from blowing up a school
is they're dropping off pods that are releasing 1,000.
Yeah. That's yes, like that.
And so they never really technically touch down on Earth. They just
dropping pods.
Drop pods and they're dropping them in major metropolis areas where you can get to the most people by your capitals all around the world. And so it's being reported, and they're figuring it out as it goes on.
Yeah.
And the teacher kind of bunks out. He's like a pussy, and he's just like, he hits a Jurassic Park when he has the 2 kids in the car and goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But like really goes to like leave and get smoked.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't got to go any further than that. Listening to Invasion. And so you get that whole like, the nerds are being like, if they're at this point, then, they're gonna close in on us if they're killing this many people within this many hours. And then you got the prep dude being like, there's no way that these things could compete with American guns. You know, being like, my dad, he knows about this shit. Goth girl's just smoking a cigarette, being like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Life is empty. And this dude's just like, I said we go out and just fuck them up.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and then you know, Chad's just like, what are you going to do that with, bud?
He's like, these two things.
It's just like, this is the fucking heat. This is the piston. You're just like,
I got 2 dogs. They ain't got no names. So once I let them go, they ain't no calling them back.
Strays in the streets.
And then he goes out and like comes back and his head is gone and it's still simmering. And his body's just working off of like mechanics.
Shit.
And then drops. And they're just like, oh, fuck. And it was like a linebacker. Maybe it's not Josh.
Yeah,
it's
maybe
a linebacker.
Maybe it's his like third.
I need to go to my mom. I need to go. And they're just like, they're saying that the news is saying stay inside. They're saying that like they're killing people in droves in the streets. And he's like, they can try to kill me. And then maybe even he doesn't come back into class. Maybe they see him walking through the halls and his head's gone. But it's still smoldering where his neck was at.
Yeah.
Where his neck was attached to his body.
Damn. That's hard as fuck.
And they're just like, they're on the campus. And so the nerds flee into the vent.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Shit. All right. So let's just write how many people are underneath them. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say what's half of a football team?
Shit.
6?
On the niggas on the field or half of the whole team?
On the field.
So it's like, what, 5?
5. All right. So yeah, it's called 5 under him. Let's call it 7 under her.
Yeah, Lisette has 7. Josh has 5 people.
Nerd has 4. Not too many, but it was a big scheme. We were making some good bank on this.
Yeah.
People were giving us $250 for every paper, and we were doing 7 papers a day.
Yeah, we had a backlog of papers,
Yeah.
dude. That's all we write. Well, that means that.
Chad Stevens, I'd say.
Let's go with 5.
Yeah. So somebody has to compete with this.
Yeah.
And Chad isn't the pussy. He's not a thin rich dude. His father was a big guy. His father
exactly.
Played baseball for like a college or something. So he's like.
And the only reason why Chad isn't playing a sport and under Josh is because of the money. The money.
Yeah, he does. Money.
Maybe he does play a sport. Maybe he does play
lacrosse
baseball
or some shit.
Yeah, lacrosse, and that's what he's going to college for. You know what I'm saying? But he's not under Josh because he's too prideful because of the money.
Mm-hmm. He's wearing like those open shirt
polos, yeah,
pink and shit with boat shoes to school.
Yeah,
and they're like, calm down, nigga. Like your dad owns a fucking. He's just like, what is your father? Oh wait, he works manager at McDonald's.
Damn, nigga. What my dad does is none of your business, nigga.
Bow, punch him right in the mouth.
Damn. Oh, maybe that's what got the not to go too far into it, but maybe that's what got Ned Wallace into some shit. Chad tried to, punk him out of this $5 he owes him, and he was like, "No, motherfucker, just because your dad makes," he's like, "Oh, what does your dad do? Oh, he makes, yeah."
If I had ever had to have my son pay to do homework for people so he could make it, I'd feel like a shitty dad too.
And he was like,
and
Ned was
like, how about you? Fuck you, man.
He was like, and that laugh was just like the breaking point.
And then they got into a little half scrap.
Yeah.
Got pulled away, and they're like, detention for both of you.
And then as he
so that's the story, is that everybody's detention story starts out the movie.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So as they pull him apart, Chad just like, he ain't got the best hands in the world. He's just a big nigga.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like pulling on this nigga's Ned's book bag, and the papers go a-flying. Mm-hmm. He has it in front of his chest. And the papers go flying, and the principal picks his shit up. He's like, what is this? And it's just, what's somebody's name on that shit that he knows, and you know what I mean? And maybe half of Josh's group got taken because they were an accomplice. Their names were on the paper.
Yeah, and so it's all of the writings, and he can look up, and all of the writings look the same, but the names are different. And they're like, Stacy Keeblerman. Okay.
Yeah,
and that was an old school wrestler. Remember her?
Yeah, Stacy Keebler.
Keebler.
That's probably why a lot of these niggas are in Saturday School is because of the fight Ned and Chad had. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, these people's papers were taken from his backpack before he could sell them all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the different nerds had the papers in their backpack as well. And he was just like, oh, you're in detention. You got detention. You got Saturday School. You got Saturday. So that's probably why maybe the underlings got there. And then, how do you feel about that?
I like it because then it is three people that don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Ned is the only one that fought Chad.
Exactly.
But a lot of these people are being pulled in off of these papers.
Yeah.
Mainly a lot of these.
Yeah, a lot of
so
jocks.
People are really like Josh is really funky with Chad. Lisette is kind of funky with Chad too, but she's also funky with Ned, being like, I didn't even get my paper. You took my money, didn't get my paper, now I'm in Saturday School.
Yeah.
And I can't even smoke cigarettes in here. And they only start smoking cigarettes and degrade into Lord of the Flies when the teacher runs out of the class. And he's like, I need to make it to my family. And he runs out too.
Okay.
And maybe you hear that like that old school laser sound.
Shoo, 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 shoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the nigga just like in pieces in front of the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how the fuck would we... Oh, we'll figure that shit out.
Yeah, that's for Act 2 and 3, baby.
Yeah, you're right. Listening to Invasion on the radio. Or on the TV.
On radio.
Oh, radio. On
radio.
The radio. Yeah.
Because the teacher was playing the radio. And it cut into a broadcast. So he's listening to like NPR or a fucking baseball game or something.
Yeah.
He's like, if I'm going to waste my weekend, I'm going to waste it making some money and listening to the game. Mm-hmm. You fucks can listen if you want, fucking delinquents. Or you can't. And so he's sitting up there reading the newspaper while this is going on. And he's listening to something. And then it cuts to an emergency broadcast.
Yeah. They've taken Boston. They've taken New York. And like... You're just like, oh, shit.
And he's like, oh, look at this Orwell-ass nigga over here. And then it's really not, though.
Yeah.
Because they start to hear car crashes in
like
the distance.
The floor rumbling a little bit.
And they're just like, what the fuck? And he's just like, and the teacher has a newborn. That's why he's picking up the Saturday.
Yeah.
So to give you some of that heartstring pull.
Yeah.
On why he's, all right, we're doing too much.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
But that's right for the development. That's set up.
Teacher,
that's set up right there.
Teacher, what's his name?
Mr. Checkers.
Not calling him that. Mr. Scott. That work for you?
Yeah.
Teacher. Ooh, I am all over the place. That works out really nice. I like it.
Yeah.
So you got the teacher?
Put on radio.
Okay, on radio. What do you call that? Our last Saturday.
Last Saturday School.
No, then it sounds like a remake of Next Friday or Last Friday.
Saturday.
I don't know. We can come up with it later. I don't give a fuck. What do you think?
War of the Nerds. No.
War of the Clicks. War of the... No, because that's too close to War of the Worlds. What if we do like a 1990s? The fight at Montgomery High.
Ooh, that's hard, bro.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking hard.
All right, cool. Because they are gonna fight.
Yeah, and this is going to be really interesting coming up how they fight.
And shout out to Mr. Montgomery, our old ass used to always tell me to go to class when I wasn't in class as hall monitor, Mr. Montgomery. The fight at Montgomery High.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Or you want the battle at Montgomery High?
No, the fight.
The fight. Because it's kids. You know what I mean? There's no weapons. It's just...
Yeah, and I'm wondering how the fuck these nerds going to come up with a goddamn, you know what I mean? How they going to draw it together.
That's when you get the weapons. It's from the nerds that, like, you tear apart the projector, and then you, like...
It can flash back to the laser beam.
We don't know how their eyes receive it. Like old school nerd shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody grab tinfoil.
And maybe they send one of the nerds up. Oh, okay, all
right. Thank you for joining us on the Skybook Podcast, The Setup. This is your host, Jody Pratt, with my fellow host, Patrick Wigfall. This is The Fight at Montgomery High, our 1990s sci-fi that takes place in high school. Bong bong. We love you. Don't stop being creative.
Boom, bam, pow. How you like me now?
Peace.
Deuce.